Segment 12. Software installation. Create space. Installing and activating CreateSpace is easy. Just open the email you received and click the link to take you to the CreateSpace Software Support Resources page on the SignWarehouse support blog. When you reach the CreateSpace Software Support Resources page, just scroll down and click on the link to download the version of CreateSpace you've purchased. For this example, we'll select the Mac version. Once you've downloaded the package, you can open it and follow the prompts to install the software. Accept the license agreement and install CreateSpace for Mac. You may need to include the computer's password in order to have permission to install the software. Very simple. Once you've installed the software, you can go to the Finder, open CreateSpace, and launch the application. When you initially install CreateSpace, it will open in demo mode. In order to activate the license, you will need to have the activation code that you received in your software. For this example, we'll copy and paste the code I have in my email and click on Activate. Here you will enter your name and the serial number. The serial number is the activation code you received in your email. It should be a group of 5 sets of 6 digits. Simply click OK to activate the software. You are presented with a clean slate from which you can choose a new project, open a project, or recovered project. Of course, since we are just beginning, we'll choose New Project. The first thing you're prompted to do is to select a mat size and a title for your project. We don't really need to change the title, but if you wanted to, you could type in First Cut Job. The mat size is very important. You want to select a mat size that fits the size of the vinyl you have loaded on your vinyl cutter. Here, since we're going to be using the MUSE M15, we'll choose a 15-inch by 15-inch mat size. And we'll select Portrait for the orientation. Click OK, and you are now into the CreateSpace workspace. As you can see, your mat size is here, and it is a light blue. This is because you do not have a cutter set up yet. This will always be the case the first time you launch CreateSpace for Mac or CreateSpace for Windows. The first thing we have to do is decide which cutter we're going to use. To do this, simply click on Cutter, and the Manage My Cutters window will open because we've not added a cutter yet. It's very simple. Just click on the company brand window, scroll down, and select is listed as M. CreateSpace does not handle separate drivers for different models. So if you have an M15, an M24, or an M60, you will choose M and click Add to List. This adds the whole range of MUSE vinyl cutters to CreateSpace. Now click Done. Now you will see that the mat has changed color from light blue to gray, and in the upper left and right hand corners you will see the term MUSE. This indicates that anything sent from the mat will be sent to your MUSE vinyl cutter. So now we can do a test cut and open the cut settings window, and here we want to make sure we are properly connected. We want to change the port setting from the default, which is serial, and select USB. The first thing we want to do is to test the connection. there's a button here that will send a signal to the cutter. With this function in CreateSpace, it will simply activate the pinch rollers and roll them forward and backward, and the cutter will beep to let you know that it is receiving the signal. And the MUSE has responded with a series of beeps and a slight move of the media. So we know we have the correct connection. Now we're ready to continue to send our first cut job. So let's click on the T or text tool and simply place your cursor on the mat, and let's send a simple job here called My First Cut Job. You can click on the select tool and use the corner arrow to resize this. For now, we simply want to send this to make sure everything is correct. It's a good idea before you do this to make sure that you have the proper speed and force settings set on your MUSE vinyl cutter according to the vinyl loaded in your cutter. Now, back in the software, all we have to do is click on Cutter and click Cut. As you can see, the job is being sent to the MUSE vinyl cutter. The cutter's been activated and it is cutting our first cut job. The cut session window tells us the cutting data was sent to the cutting machine. For more information on using CreateSpace, please refer to our library of CreateSpace video tutorials on our YouTube channel. Surf to youtube.com and search for SignWarehouse CreateSpace video tutorials.